Exercise 112. Remark. Firstly, let's talk about the topology on WR. Let's see. So this is the DVR with maximum ideal generated by P. And sorry, let me see. Frank R. This is the DVR, and so the residue field is, which means if you consider the p-adic topology, then over the residue field, this is discrete topology. This is too thin, too fine, too strong. We want a cursor one, so how about cursor topology? For example, we hope there is a topology such that over the residue field, we have the valuation topology, right? Just quickly recall for any element, this is defined to be this, and obviously this valuation over R extends to the fraction field. And this topology, what should it be? So it corresponds to the product topology. Give it a product topology of valuation topology on each factor, on each component, on each product vector, right? This is sometimes called weak topology or natural topology, maybe. And then correspondingly on this beta, let's say beta plus we have just introduced in the last exercise. There are two natural topologies also. The first topology is the discrete, the topology of discrete valuation. Because this is again DVR, so with maximum ideal principle generated by C, and residue field CP or CK, the topology of discrete valuation, or in other words, the C-adic topology. This gives particular induces again discrete topology on CK, right? This is discrete, and similarly we could expect there is some weak topology or natural topology which is cursor, then this discrete valuation topology such that over the residue field it gives you valuation topology, right? And then this comes from again the product topology or the induced topology from the product topology. Of here, right? So you take the induced topology from the product topology with each factor, the weak topology, right? So you have weak topology here. So also here. That's quotient topology of the weak topology, okay? And then you take the product topology and beta round plus, got the induced topology there. We call this natural topology. So let's just mention some result without proof. If you want some proofs, you could look at the lecture notes we mentioned by Brino and Konar. Firstly, so let me give a titles: topological ring structure. Here. So first 3.1, so WR endowed with this product topology. So product topology is also the weak topology using the p-adic topology. On R is a closed topological sub ring of WR over P. In particular, this should be complete, yeah, for that topology. I mean, if we know here it is complete, any convergence sequence has a limit, and then this is closed subring, then the limit must in this subring if your sequence is arising from this subring. Moreover, this K0 as 0 is a closed subfield. With this Euro p-adic topology. Or extension of p-adic topology. Three point two. So we have proved theta is open. So this is still open. Continuous and open. 3.3. Let's consider the multiplication map. Multiplication by C. This is a closed embedding. And so all the ideals kernel theta q given reason to the power j, which is this ideal generated by c to the power j, is closed because multiplication by c is claimed to be a closed embedding. So they're closed inside this topological ring. .4 gave the quotient topology each piece the corresponding inverse limit topology hence induced on p-adic plus mix theta Hausdorff topological ring relative to which we have firstly the powers of the maximum ideals are closed. We're talking about quotient topology. We're talking about the inverse limit topology. Under the inverse limit topology, the powers of m are closed. Yeah, we were talking about this topology even here. We were talking about the product topology here. We already know this. Of course, this is in WR, but here it's in p-adic plus. Yeah. So this is a similar phenomenon. Secondly, WR is closed subring. So here we put a natural topology or the product topology or the weak topology. With this natural topology as subspace topology. Thirdly, GK action over beta-run plus for this inverse limit topology is continuous. Fourthly, multiplication by C. So there in WR, inverse P is closed embedding. Here it's the same. Is closed embedding. Fifthly, the residue field under this inverse limit topology or weak topology or natural topology, product topology, there are many names, is the valuation topology. That's what we mentioned. Which I mean, if you put here the inverse limit topology, then after you quotient module maximal ideal on the residue field, the quotient topology becomes the valuation topology. Remark 4. Maybe let me first put 3.5 also, so that in the inverse limit topology or beta-run plus is complete. So this is not the p-adic topology, it's the inverse limit topology. Okay. Of course, this is complete for the p-adic topology by construction. Definition. We call it the field of p-adic periods. Or call it drum, period ring, the following construction denoted by b drum defined to be the fraction field of b drum plus. So this is just, this is a discrete valuation with uniformizer C. This is just inverse C. And so there is again a natural GK action, and there are GK stable. So there are GK stable filtrations. So just given by the maximal ideals. Let's say powers of maximal ideals. So this is just power C, right? This gives you filtration on this beta run. So maybe a very quick computation. So recall this C is inside W of R, given by Taishi Miller lift of element of R, omega plus P, where this element R is given by, with its first element minus P, and then there, because this is perfect, so there should be a unique p-th root of element. So this is uniquely defined. Good. So now let's check G of C. This is just this plus P preserves ZP, fixes ZP invariant. So, and now let's check this. This is would just be J acting on this element, right? And so G acting on this element, what is it? Let's just check it. It's G acting on this element. So J of this would be minus P and then p-th root of it. So in general, group element would just preserve the order mapping of p-th roots of element to another p-th root of element. But as I said, there is a unique one, and so it should be itself. So correct me if I made a mistake. I think that this is just telling me that this is again itself. And so this is telling me this is again C. This is GK invariant, like in my computation, if I didn't made mistakes. Remark 4.1. The Frobenius automorphism phi of WR invert P does not naturally extend to P dram plus thence. Just notice that the kernel is not preserved. Does not preserve the kernel of the theta Q, and so in your construction as inversely made of quotient by kernel of theta Q, the Frobenius is not well defined on each piece or each truncation. The reason is just by computation, we will see very similar one. Reason to the piece power. And then this is not in the kernel of theta Q. So let me put this as exercise. First part of the exercise. To show this is not in the kernel, so let's do the computation. So you compute the theta Q of this. This is a ring map, so it gives you theta Q of this plus P, and by our formula of this, recall this is omega p0 times p times omega p1 times etc. plus etc. Finally plus p here, but by computation we notice that, and by definition of omega bar sorry. This is an element in W of R. So by definition, this is just theta cube. This is just omega p0. Because this element has only first term non-zero, so this is only this, the plus p. And now this is no longer minus p, this is minus p to the power p. Wait. Yes, to the power p. This by definition of the Frobenius W with ring. You reason to p to the power for each element with this characteristic p, and so this is not zero. Okay. So following, put remark 5. Remark 5. There is hence no natural Frobenius structure on Pythagorean plus. Nonetheless, we do have a filtration with powers of the maximal ideal. This filtration is GK stable. So let's denote filtration I of Pythagorean plus to be mi Pythagorean plus for I bigger or equal than 0. And we define for I less than 0, this just to be those just generated by C, right? So let me just summarize to put field I of Pythagorean, so Pythagorean will have invert C. And I think to be safe, let's put this just p-adic plus I 0 and p-adic times ci is bigger than 0. Which means this is for I less equal than 0. Maybe I could also define, I'm not quite sure, I could just define this. This is still I mean, allowing I to be negative even. This is still a filtration, because what do we require when we discuss about filtration? Filtration should satisfy several extremes, so this one is exhaustive, I mean, separated. The only problem is that if I use this definition, then I cannot say that the field I does not equal itself for I sufficiently small, because this will always be C minus I, but the union will give you all, but that will not be the case. I'm not sure this is a problem or not, but at least we could define reasonable filtration in this way. Now let's do the main part of the exercise today. This is a proposition. Prove that the K0 algebra p-adic plus contains a unique copy of K bar as a subfield over K0, and this lifting from the residue field actually its residue field is CK, right? So which means we are lifting from something contained in the residue field. This lifting from residue field is compatible with the action of GK0. GK0 is automorphism of G, that automorphism of K bar facing K0. So K0 linear action. Moreover, any extension K prime over K0 inside K bar finite ramification index. Gets its valuation topology. So the valuation topology inside CK or inside K bar. This is the extension of p-adic topology. As subspace topology from B Durham plus So here should very reasonably, here we are talking about the inverse limit topology on P Durham plus. So in particular, K prime is closed. P Durham plus if it is complete. Yeah, if this is complete for its valuation, then implies in particular this is closed, right, for any converging sequence. That point, if it exists, it's in K prime itself. Let's say a sketching proof. So P Durham plus is a complete discrete valuation ring over K0. And so actually its residue field is CK, which contains K bar. So K bar is a subfield of the residue field. CK. CK is this K bar is algebraic and separable, of course. And so the key ingredient in the proof is that Hensel's lemma. So for example, one could look at the version of the lecture notes of Milner. Algebraic number theory, 2008. There you look at the theorem. 7.33 for more details of this version of Hensel's lemma. That is K bar. could uniquely lifts to a subfield still over K0 and inside bidram completion. So the agencies were still using kind of Hensel's lemma to lift from a residue field to real integer in some sense. And there's a unique lifting. When we're talking about complete discrete valuation. And the uniqueness of the lifting also implied this lifting is GK equivalent. Otherwise that GK action could give you a different lifting.